You are now tuned in to the New Love Show. Hey, what's up, everybody? Got the frankincense burning. You know what time it is. So I was just listening to my recordings of my previous podcast, and there was a few points that I wanted to go back and touch on that may have not been clear. So before you incarnate into this body that you have right now, you signed a soul contract. That's why if you just go and kill yourself, that's bad, because you're breaking your contract and you're going to get points deducted for that. If you know what I mean. Probably come back a homeless man or whatever. Even though some of those are some of the happiest guys I've seen, because they found their way to escape wage slavery. And that's funny because you can kind of sense the vitriol of like the blue collar, and the underlying jealousy. Isn't that funny shit that the blue collar working man can actually be jealous of the houseless man? It's pretty funny. So you signed a soul contract when you came down, and not everybody's contract is the same. Some people signed a soul contract to be a father, to be a mother, to raise children, to raise the next generation of rainbow children. And them themselves, they might not even be spiritual at all. They might not have connected those dots yet. They're a younger soul, and that's not what they're here for. They're here to raise kids, and then those kids might grow up because they had a good, loving household to be spiritual, or not loving. Shit, mine was pretty crazy. Had a loving mother sometimes, but sometimes it's not the cushiest path that's the best path. But I just wanted to go back and touch on that because not everybody is here to ascend. That being said, I'm here to ascend. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about. And I'm not going to let up on truth. And I will get better as I go. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. With that being said, having a child puts a hole in your aura. Now, does that mean you cannot ascend if you have a child? No. Does that mean that you will do it as quickly as somebody who has no children? Of course not. But the information needs to be put out there. I don't want children. I don't want a child. There's millions of children out there already who need families. There's over 7 billion people on the earth. Why should I have a child? This is my perspective. I could adopt a child one day. And this information is for those who are waking up spiritually, who are really interested in ascension, and are unsure if they want a child or not. Well, I'm here to tell you that having a child will put a hole in your aura. This is what the seers saw, seeing energy as it flows in the universe. Now, this is not a bad thing. This just is what it is because of your link through the abdomen. They have that umbilical cord. That's where it's from. And that's just the truth. And that's not mainstream. Nobody's going to say that. And this podcast is really to say the things that most people aren't going to say because they don't want to offend anybody, or they don't want to put some sort of barrier in between them and other people. But like I said, this podcast is Ascension tips, keys to ascension. And to ascend, you have to be free and fluid and light. Peep out, we stumbled on piles of gold. Information overload is the biggest problem that we hold. The irony is out of control. So, it is a world of energy before a world of objects. This is so due to Earth being a magnetic field. Thought travels faster than the speed of light. The way you get a sight of the divine is through devotion. And another thing I wanted to say, something to touch on from the last podcast, is when I said, if you die, you fail. This is true. But you don't have to think of it as a complete failure. If you've been around for a while in this flesh suit, and you can feel the talons of death touching you, and you know you're gonna die, it's okay. As long as you're still learning and growing, and you're not stagnant, stuck in place, it will benefit your soul. But the reason this is so urgent, so that's something to revel in and be happy about, that if you've learned a great deal in this lifetime and you've evolved, then you've put in work for your soul. Just wanted to put that out there. And the reason that this is so dire and so important to say is due to the veil of forgetfulness when we are born. This is why we don't remember our past lives. This is so that the Creator can experience itself in multiple forms. If we all already knew we were God from the get-go, it wouldn't be as interesting. The veil of forgetfulness is put over our eyes when we are born. So this is why it makes it a challenge to awaken, and even a greater challenge to ascend. Because first the soul has to awaken. And with the state that things are in, it's getting better every day. I'm really seeing it, and I'm really happy with what I'm seeing lately. But it makes it unpredictable. Anything can happen because we have free will. Now, of course, the higher self is going to do whatever it can to awaken that soul. But due to the veil of forgetfulness, free will, and the demiurge, the extraction matrix that we're still in, it makes things unpredictable. People can get, for instance, getting lost in heroin. You know what I mean? You're not going to awaken like that. You will see sights of God, but once you come off of it, you're in a low state. And I wanted to say something that I just heard on Brother Dreamwise's his YouTube channel. Shout out to Dreamwise. He said, move into an uncomfortable state to get more comfortable. I love that. That really resonated with me. You got to move into an uncomfortable state to get more comfortable. You have to look at the long game. So shout out Brother Dreamwise. And shout out Brother Yosef too. He puts me onto a lot of good information. Look up New Life Tools on YouTube. He put me onto Harataki. All sorts of stuff. If you don't know what Harataki is, that is a mushroom And you can get it encapsulated, and it will help with lucid dreaming. Harataki mushroom, take it before bed. It's also great during the day. It's great before a workout, before you're going to exert some energy, because it's a vasodilator. It oxygenates your blood. It's amazing. Mushrooms need to be more explored by us. Okay. Celebrate and revel in remaining in the coherent state. This is the future of celebration, is to revel and celebrate being in the coherent state. But see, now we eat cakes, which symbolizes the placenta, and we drink alcohol and destroy our oil to celebrate, which is not right. It's part of the illusion that the extraction matrix has put in front of us, right? Because they just put all sorts of stuff in front of us to indoctrinate us, to make it seem like it's the norm, like eating meat. There's nothing normal about that in a modern society where it's not necessary. And on the whole, like, meat, alcohol thing, if you're still doing that, it's okay. I just want to say it's okay. There are many, you can still get results from magical practices and things like that. But the reason I stress that point so much is because of the parasites in our body influencing our decision making. That's why people like of lower frequencies are always jealous. They're always mad they just find some reason to be mad or jealous or upset. It's the parasites, and the parasites correlate with the moon. That's why you got the lore of werewolves howling at the moon. And it's really, I live near coyotes, and they really do howl at the full moon. They don't howl at the new moon or the half moon. They howl on the full moon. And so, yeah, clean body, clear mind. It's the most important spoke to ascension. So just know, like, if you're not ready, if you don't feel you're ready yet to give up meat, give up alcohol, that's okay. You can still get results in other areas. Just know, to me, your health is the most important spoke of the wheel of ascension. I've got some really good information coming up here, guys, if you guys stick around in this episode. So yeah, we need to celebrate and revel remaining in the coherent state. When you're really in that pure state, you get multi-dimensional downloads from your higher self directly, and you start achieving in one day what before would have took you 10 days. So I'm going to go into some breathwork techniques, meditation techniques to drop into it much easier. Hold on the in-breath to absorb pranic nourishment. So you want to go like this, like hold. See, I'm holding. Kind of hard to hold when you're talking, but you see what I'm saying. And you hold on that in-breath, and that's the secret to pranic absorption. which is the highest, which is the manna from heaven, a higher form of food than matter, than regular food. This is how you transition off of food. Okay? Alternate nostril breathing to clear your channels. These are also known as the meridians. We have 2 meridians, or maybe more, but we have 2 main meridians down our body, the left channel and the right channel. So you want to hold one nostril with your finger, breathe in deep, and when you're all the way in, change, breathe out the other nostril. And then do the same thing. Hold that other nostril, breathe in. And this is the most effective way to clear your channels. This is a very effective way to regain your sobriety. Maybe after you slipped up, you backslided. We all do it. Anybody here perfect? No. If I was perfect, I wouldn't be here. Not in physical form, at least. So that's a humbling thing. And yeah, alternate nostril breathing is a great way to clear your meridians and to regain your sobriety. It's a good breathwork technique, pranayama. Touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth to create a circuit. And you can also rub it. You feel the ridges, your soft palate, and that creates stimulation. And that creates a circuit. So while you're breathing, touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth while you're being mindful breathing, breath work. The mind can be equated to a stomping elephant. That's the lower mind. The one that says, another beer, let's go, come on. Nah, you can smoke some weed. You know, if you know in your heart that you need to let it go. Because we all know what's true in our heart, and none of this information is new. None of this is original. And we all know the truth because there's a piece of the divine creator within everyone who has a soul. So this is not new. You just have to remember, put it back. See, we're putting it back together. Remember. So I thought that was pretty funny. The mind can be equated to a stomping elephant. Shout out to Duncan Trussell for that one. It's about time to get some of his fan base over here, don't you think? I need some of those viewers, bro. I want some viewers. I'm just kidding. Okay. The heart is the shelter for the soul. Dropping into the heart is a way to escape the doings of the world and listen to what your higher self is trying to tell you. On the warrior's path, it is imperative to not... On the warrior's path, it is imperative to practice not doing. Another way to put this is simply being and observing energy as it flows in the universe and how it flows within you and how your internal world interfaces with the outside world. So on the warrior's path, it is imperative to practice not doing. That's one thing we have to do more of, is practice not doing. It's a key to longevity as well. It's just, it's good in so many ways. This is, I'm reading off of notes, guys, that I took. If you're wondering, like, is he reading this out of a book? No, this is actually original, all original. Got inspiration from a book, but I constructed the sentences in my own way, straight from my mind and heart. But I see a lot of people demonizing the mind, like get out of the mind, and all that stuff. And I think I've said that too, get out of the mind. But our mind's a beautiful thing, right? It's more about purging and eliminating the toxins, because you want to love every part of you, right? Your mind's beautiful, your heart's beautiful. But the heart is the Midgard. It's the balance point. It's the harmonic point. The mind is good for logical reasoning, but it can't do what the heart can do. And most people aren't using their heart. They're not utilizing their heart. So I don't want you to think that the mind is bad or anything like that. The main thing is to eliminate the toxins so that you have a clean mind. And then you meditate. And when you meditate, that's when you drop into the heart. You feel with the heart. But there, you don't have to. We don't have to demonize the mind or anything like that. I'm thinking that that might be misinformation. Discernment. It's very important. When you instill a daily meditation, breathwork practice, you make death, the hunter, have to work harder to take you. We live in a world where death is the hunter, stalking our every move. On the flip side, death is our greatest advisor. That comes from the teachings of Don Juan. Death is our greatest advisor. This is the voice that tells you, have you ever felt a pulling sort of feeling on your scalp? You guys know what I'm talking about. Have you ever felt that? Something like that? That's death. That's death advising you, saying, hey, relax. Switch up your routines, man. And the wise man will listen. The fool won't. And then death will, it has been, a good metaphor is death is like headlights behind you. Sometimes it goes under a pass and those lights turn off, just to come up on another pass, on another hill. Boom, lights back on. That's how death is. Sometimes it's there. Sometimes we forget about it. But it's always there. Sometimes it's just not showing its teeth. And it can be transcended. That's one of the biggest points here. We've been indoctrinated to believe that death is the only way out. There's only one option. It's you live and then you die. No, that's not what Thoth did. See? It's not what any of the ascended masters did. That's what average people do. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about dopamine detoxing. Put the phone down, guys. Put the phone down. That was the first thing I wrote after that. But now you do have to be aware of the electric pollution that a phone gives off. Like if you're staring at that screen all day, that's not good, guys. You don't want to stare at a screen for too much. I mean, you have to do what you have to do. You know what I mean? Like I love electronics, technology and stuff, but I'm not going to be staring at it all day. I'm going to look at it for a while, go outside and to ground myself, and then I'll come back. But you have to take breaks. So get a blue light filter for your phone, first of all. The stock one that comes with it's not enough. You need an aftermarket, Play Store one. I put it on during the day too, man. Cover your camera, cover your front camera. Once you start really evolving at a very quick rate, the Archons are going to get a little curious, and they're going to start beaming an infrared laser at you through your camera. This happened to me. This was happening to me constantly. Guys, I'm not kidding. I wasn't using my camera, and then it would hurt. It would hurt right where my pineal gland's at. And it was an infrared laser coming through my front camera. You can't make this shit up. Now, if you're just a bot, it probably won't happen to you. But if you're really starting to make some moves out here, hacking the matrix, you have to do what you got to do. So put a piece of electrical tape over your front camera. Okay? EMF rays. That's what they are. And there's crystals. I think Labradorite might be one that helps with EMF rays, because they're all around us. It's not just the phones, right? It's those towers. I mean, it's electrical static that interferes with our aura. So you just have to do what you have to do to tip the scales in your favor, right? Airplane mode. I try to always use airplane mode as much as I can, unless I have to do something on the internet. But if I'm just listening to music or reading a book on my phone, which I'm trying to get off of that and print books out, I'm about to get to that. I use airplane mode, and I noticed in heightened states of awareness that in airplane mode, there's less static interference. Don't use Bluetooth, especially the Bluetooth earbuds. This is another thing that I found out experientially tripping, deep trip, DXM trip, had the Bluetooth speaker, not even the headphones. The headphones are worse. That's right in your ear. And it was causing borderline migraine. But when you're not sensitive, you don't even know why you feel the way you do. But I'm telling you right now that Bluetooth is bad. Do not use Bluetooth. Use the wired headphones. If the quality's just as good, it's better actually. And then they make like extension cords so that you can still do exercise, jogging, building, whatever you want to do, and not have those Bluetooth EMF electric pollution in your brain. It's really bad. The Bluetooth one's bad, man. Like, it's pretty bad. So get off of the Bluetooth, guys. Seriously. Use wired earbuds. And then I have a speaker, and I can actually, this is cool. I didn't know you could do this. I can put my SD card directly into my speaker. That's cool. Look into that. And then it's booming, or fucking set up an amp, wire that shit up, man. Don't use Bluetooth. Print books out. I'm just giving like reminders, of different things. Print your books out. Try to print books out, especially because we could get EMP'd. Anything could happen. We need to be ready. Print your books out. Download files locally. Get a hard drive. Get an SSD. Get a big ass hard drive. And download all your music that you like. All your games. All your YouTube videos, your movies, your TV shows, your anime. Download all that locally. Put it on a hard drive. Your Bitcoin, everything. Just everything. Just download all your files locally. Your books. Yeah. Audiobooks. Download all that stuff, guys. Don't Don't rely on the internet. That's setting yourself up to suffer, essentially, if you're going that route and you just take the internet for granted. Download your stuff, guys, and then you have it. It's better that way. And then there's also, I mean, you got less electric pollution that way too. You're not always streaming. Another one, I didn't even write this one down because it's just so far out of my reality at this point. But those TV sets, guys, those TVs are bad. TV sets are bad. When I was on a fishing last year in Alaska, fishing out in the ocean, middle of the ocean, and I was already awakened at this point, and something about being out in the middle of the ocean put me in a state of heightened awareness, and just staring at that TV screen. And look, this is just DVDs. It doesn't matter. It's in the TV set itself. That's the point I got to get across here, is that TVs are bad for you. That's the only way to put it. TVs are bad for you. Get a computer monitor. That's a better solution. Get a computer monitor. But I was getting headaches. I couldn't look at it for more than 5 minutes. But these two guys are next to me, just sitting there, like, just watching it. And I'm like, how do you not feel this? Like, how do you not feel this? This hurts my brain. It's crazy. That's how it is, though. So, have you guys heard of the Plex and the Kodi server? I just wanted to mention that. Essentially, Plex, you can get your own server, and two of them are Plex and Kodi, Kodi. And this is like Netflix on steroids with no commercials. It's essentially, if you get a Plex server or a Kodi server, you have every movie, every show ever made, all at the tip of your fingers. So I just wanted to put that out there, guys. You can get a server, a Plex or a Kodi server, and you don't have to pay for subscriptions anymore. Because what we are going toward, and we need to get there quicker, that's where I come in, free, where everything is just free, it's open source. You take what you want, you don't take too much. You take just what you need, Okay. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Plex Kodi server. Get one. Look into it. Get seeds or seedlings, little small plants, grow crops. Barter with your neighbor. Intermittent fast. This is the easiest way to fast and the most natural way that we drop into naturally if we don't fight ourselves. If you don't know what intermittent fasting is, it's just fasting for a window of the day, not the entire day, but a part of the day. And the easiest time to do this is right when you wake up. So the easiest way to do this is just wake up, and you can drink coffee, and then you're kind of cheating a little bit, but it's fine. It's liquid. It's not as dense as food. You got milk in there or whatever, almond milk, hopefully. Whatever you want. I'm just a little sensitive to milk at this point. So wake up, drink your coffee, and you just coast until dinner. And it's easy. I do it naturally now. Unless I'm, most of the time. Sometimes I'm working really hard and I just want to pop a few nuts in my mouth, and that's fine too. But that's the easiest way to start fasting is skip breakfast and lunch. Just wake up, drink coffee, and then just go until dinner, and then eat dinner. Eat a light dinner and go to bed. That's a great way to intermittent fast. And drink water throughout the day. It's easy. And it's not that hard, like a real fast would be if you just jump straight into it. Oh, okay. So this is a big point too that I haven't touched on in the last few podcasts, which is the fluoride in the water that they say is good for your teeth. This is a half truth. The fluoride that they put in the water is So there's two types of fluoride. There's sodium fluoride and there's calcium fluoride. I can't remember which is which right now, but one of those is poison, and it's the one that they put in the water. Exactly. So there's sodium fluoride and there's calcium fluoride. One of those is good for your teeth. One of those is poison. They're putting the poison one in our drinking water. So, and that includes showering. That's tap water. But like when I was in Alaska, for instance, they didn't have fluoride in their water. Most places do, though. So most places do in the United States. I'm sure in many other countries of the Commonwealth do too. You know, anywhere where the Jesuits have set up shop, which is like almost everywhere. The Rothschilds, the Cabal. You know, they have a million different names. They're all fake names anyway. So yeah, guys, you got to the fluoride one's a big one for sure, because that was something I noticed experientially when I got off of that I just felt better, way better. So if they make shower heads, they make shower head filters. I highly recommend get a shower head filter, and then you can get a zero water filter, and that will take the fluoride out. Reverse osmosis will take the fluoride out. Distilling it will also take the fluoride out. Boiling it does not take the fluoride out. And if you distill your water, you're going to want to add some minerals back to it, because we want minerals, right? You can get minerals from fruit, but they make something called trace mineral drops. And these are very good. Thank you to my sister. Shout out to her for reminding me about this some months ago, about putting the minerals back in your water. It's very important. Otherwise, you're just drinking empty water, which will still help, but you're not getting that nourishment. Trace mineral drops. Those are good, guys. Those are really good. I have some. That was another one thing I got from New Life Tools. NULYFE Tools. Shout out to him. But yeah, guys, you got to be aware of that fluoride, guys. It's no joke. It's it's nothing to play with, man. If you want to have a clear mind. And I mean, plus, once you get off of that crap, you'll be like, oh my God, water tastes so good. You know, before that, it's like, what the hell? So cilantro detoxes heavy metals. Turmeric detoxes many things. Activated charcoal detoxes many things. Cilantro is very unique, though. I just ate a cilantro salad, and I was getting like a whiff of it, and it just, oh my God, it smells so good to me. I can't even describe it. Some people say it smells like soap. Won't work for you, I guess. But I love cilantro. Cilantro, these are great detoxifying agents. Cilantro, turmeric, activated charcoal. Here's a strange one. Borax. Borax decalcifies the pineal gland. And trace mineral drops, and that's the detergent. You can actually you have to take very small quantities because it's very strong. But yeah, no, nothing actually is as powerful as decalcifying the pineal gland like borax. I don't take it anymore because I don't get any more fluoride in my pineal gland's all decalcified, baby. But yeah, no, but when you're first starting out on that detoxification purging process, a little bit of borax is very, very powerful. A very small amount. I'm talking like smaller than a penny. Probably like half a penny, quarter of a penny, very small amount. But trace mineral drops has boron in it. Boron is the active ingredient in borax. It's a natural ingredient that comes from the earth. So, tensegrity. talk a little bit about tensegrity. What is tensegrity? Tensegrity is a physical movement that's derived from the ancient Toltecs of North America and Mexico. Well, Mexico is North America. Of North America and Central America. And you could think of it as the Western equivalent to Tai Chi. So the really cool thing about tensegrity and Tai Chi that a lot of people don't know is like you're playing with your aura. You're boosting your aura. You're healing your aura. So one thing, for example, you can do is scoop the energy from your field and then apply it to your organs to heal your organs. You scoop the energy, right? Like a scooping motion. And then you apply it to your liver, your heart, pancreas, all your organs, which we have seven major organs. Something about that number 7. About to get into that. So check out tensegrity, because yeah, Tai Chi is cool, but we need to start learning more about our own, shout out North America, our own country's history, our rich history that's been covered up. Tensegrity, tensegrity, magical passes. This is very powerful. This is so powerful. Beyond words, how powerful tensegrity can be. Right. Okay. So as this matrix crumbles, we need to learn the importance of learning skills over earning degrees. And I don't recommend going to college at this point. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to say a lot of shit that's going to trigger certain people. I mean, I literally already said that having a child puts a hole in your aura. You know, if I'm going to say that, I'll say anything. But that shit's true. Okay, so, another good metaphor for that, and that does not mean you can't ascend. It just means it puts a hole in your aura and you have to work harder. So get to it. It's good to know. It's good to know. So, and then like alcohol, it's another good way to put it besides destroying your essence. Another good way to put it is that it puts a hole in your aura. So, Ascension is filling up your bucket, but you can't fill up a leaky bucket. See, that's the metaphor.
Vanishing spells. Encyclopedia of 5,000 spells.
Okay. So yeah, as this matrix continues to crumble, we need to learn the importance of learning skills over earning degrees. Don't participate in the system. Peaceful non-compliance. The system is not culture or communion or gatherings. It's simply blindly doing what you're told. That's all it is. That's all it is. And being sold on the lie. Sell you a dream. How does it look? Yeah. Check out the song Television by Kenny Shane and Mick Jenkins. Good song right there. Boy, can you please turn off that television? Open the book. Yeah. Yeah. All right. But yeah, so here's some examples of skills to learn. Hacking. Hacking's a very good skill. It's not bad, like, you know, it's commonly thought of. It's one of the highest forms of programming. Probably the highest form of programming. There's some really good hacking books out there. Hacking, and I'll give them to you. Just ask me for them. I have them. I found them off the dark web. Hacking And we'll need more hackers in the future in case we get EMP'd or whatever. We need to have people like that who can set up servers, penetration testing, black hat, all this stuff. We need more of that in the future. So hacking, welding, auto mechanics, permaculture, woodworking, hydroelectromagnetic engineering. I had to throw that one in there, guys. Hydroelectromagnetic engineering. You guys think that's going to be a thing? Or is that already a thing? Hydroelectromagnetic engineering. I feel like that's a thing. I feel like that's the future. You know what I mean? Free energy, essentially, without the use of fossil fuels. Okay, so there are 7 days of the week, 7 rays of light, 7 major organs, 7 musical notes, 7 continents, 7 seas, 7 chakras, 7 planets. Wow, a lot of sevens. There are 12 months, zodiac signs, 12 vertebrae, major vertebrae, 12 cranial nerves. I have a list of the cranial nerves here somewhere, but it's not right at my fingertips. And there's many more 12s too, but that's all I have right now. 12 months, 12 vertebrae, 12 cranial nerves, 12 systems of the body. Each zodiacal sign is imbued with unique gifts from the heavenly wandering luminaries, the planets. Jupiter, Zeus, Old Man Time, Saturn, Mars, the martial one, Venus, the serene one, Mercury, the merchant. Pay attention to the colors of the different planets. This symbolizes the type of gift they endow. Tarot is of the zodiac. I highly recommend checking out some tarot readings for your specific sign. Sun sign. It's very inspirational. So, do you guys know that we're in a 24,000 year cycle? That's right. And we're in a binary with Sirius, our closest star. And right now, we're entering the golden age. And that has a direct correlation with getting closer to Sirius. See, we've been in the dark ages. That's why we're in this creepy residual time right now. Because we've been in the dark ages, but we're emerging into the golden age. It's a beautiful thing. And so we're in a 24,000 year cycle. The last golden age was 12,000 years ago. So when we're close to Sirius, it's the golden age. When far, iron. So that's pretty interesting. The reason the pull of things like cannabis are so strong is because it shifts your paradigm instantly. We can also do this endogenously with the use of our breath. We release cannabinoids endogenously. I feel like every time I use that word, I have to define it. So this is going to be the last time I define it. Endogenously means naturally occurring in the body. One time I used the word transcendental in a casual conversation with my foreman. And dude said, "What are you talking about? The dentist?" Don't go to court. Don't execute your own sentence. Sorry, let me not scream. Don't go to court. Don't execute your own sentence. When you go to court and you give them your name, you're consenting to execute your own sentence. You swap roles. Check out Reclaiming Dominion on YouTube by Santos Bonacci. See, we're indoctrinated to be in fear if we don't go to court. Fear? What's that? That's the opposite of love. So why would I be in fear? See, we're more powerful than them. That's what they don't want you to know. Like, literally, dude. Why am I not in jail then? I'm just, Okay. All right. Anyway, let me not say too much. No, but we're more powerful than them. All right. Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend going to court, guys. I really wouldn't. I don't care if you have a... If they ask you, they summons you or whatever, that's just a request. Plus, I don't even have to say that I'm that name or whatever. I'm just me. I am that I am. It's about dominion, sovereignty, guys. We have to put our feet down. This is what it's really about. This is the next frontier. Like, all the spiritual stuff is great, but we also have to be strong with not being stupid. The court system, it's all ecclesiastical, which means dealing with the church. It's ridiculous. So showing up and giving your name leads with the presumption that you are a Gentile, peasant, goyim. Exactly. Thank you. I'm so glad I wrote that down. Showing up, giving them your name, which is tied to the birth certificate, leads with the presumption that you are a Gentile, peasant, goyim. That's why they give you services, privileges, and benefits. What's a service? Oh, going to jail. That's a service. What's a privilege? Paying taxes. That's a privilege. It's fucking stupid. Mad little Sads, ain't he?